Welcome to Kingdom Lifestyle. We're going to continue our conversation on the gifts of the Spirit today with the revelation gifts, words of knowledge, having information from God about a person's past or present, information that there's no way you could know. Words of wisdom, how to apply that information, but also sometimes a problem-solving gift where you're trying to figure something out and you just can't do it and God just drops wisdom into you. And then finally, discerning of spirits, which can be discerning an angelic or demonic spirit, but could also be discerning the spirit of an individual. For instance, somebody's in deep sorrow or depression. You might experience that, and God's given you discernment of where their spirit is at. In John 4, we have this great story that we're all familiar with, the Samaritan woman. This woman comes to a well at noon, midday, when nobody's around because she's got shame and rejection, and Jesus is there. Probably had a word of knowledge to wait there. And she comes and he discerns her countenance. He discerns her spirit. He gets a word of knowledge about her past, particularly around the men in her life. That she was married 5 times and that the man she's with now isn't her husband. And this opens her up to him in conversation, perceives that he's a prophet. And we see this whole conversation when Jesus gets this word of wisdom of how to pursue her. At the end, she's no longer ashamed. She runs into this village just telling everybody, come out and meet this man. She's no longer afraid of these people. And an interesting thing happens. They come out. They respond to her. And at the end of this conversation, at the end of this dialogue, we see them say, hey, we no longer believe because of what you told us. We believe because we've now met him. And this is a perfect example of how the gifts are to work. And particularly the gifts that we're talking about. This woman is no longer ashamed. Her spirit's been transformed. Evangelism comes out. People come, they encounter the King, and their lives are changed. And we get invited into this through the gifts of the Spirit. Isn't that awesome? Go live Jesus today.